The best cards at each position in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Today I'm back here with another update. Today I'm going to be updating the best card at each position. Now right before I do want to get into the skill positions, I do want to go ahead shout out the comment of the day real quick. Let's get it started with quarterback though. So quarterback in my opinion I think is really easy. I think Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the game. In my opinion, set feet lead is better than just not running a ability on a slinger one quarterback, and Lamar has the second best release in Ultimate Team right now. Do not let people tell you otherwise. They are wrong. He's insanely fast, so he can make some plays that other quarterbacks can't. Combine that with the set feet lead, combine that with his release, and you got a great quarterback. But he is 1.19 mil, so he is really expensive. But I will have at QB2 right here, Aaron Rodgers. For QB1, I think it's preference. Like if you really think Slinger 1 is better than set feet lead, you can say Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the game. And I should say as well, as I'm recording this video, Jim Plunkett has not officially came out, so I do not know his release. If he has Slinger 1 though, given he gets Fearless for 3 AP, I have him as my QB1. Now moving on to running back, I do think it's Eric Dickerson. I could see the argument for Marshawn Lynch as well, but let's just compare the two. I feel like Eric Dickerson does break a lot of tackles. The main issue with Dickerson was the fact that his bigger player model would cause flashing lights and people would be having seizures and stuff. It was kind of crazy, but they fixed that issue. He's 6'3", 220, 91 speed, 88 excel, 93 agility, good catching as well. He also gets bruiser for 2 AP and I believe RB apprentice for 2 AP as well. I just think overall, I think Eric Dickerson clears every other running back in the game. Now for wide receivers, we're gonna have 3 of them, and I'm gonna go in order of which 3 I think are the best. At wide receiver 1, for sure, Calvin Johnson for me. By far best receiver in the game. 6'5" height on him with 91 speed, 87 short running, 91 medium, 94 deep route running, gets wide receiver apprentice for 1 AP or deep out elite for 1 AP as well. Think he is I don't even think it's questioned. Calvin Johnson, best receiver in the game. He's actually someone that I think it's rare, but he might be worth his 1 mil plus price because he is absolutely ridiculous. Now at wide receiver 2, I am gonna have Plaxico Burress as well, kind of like a cheaper version of Megatron. The only difference between the two really is the fact that Plaxico Burress doesn't get the 1 AP wide receiver apprentice or the 1 AP deep out elite. But in my opinion, you don't even really need to run abilities on this card. I just run outside apprentice on him. He can still ag people if you're in man coverage, and you don't really need the short and elites of the world to beat zone coverage. So if it's man, you put him on a streak, you highball him, you ag, and you're good. Now at wide receiver 3, this is the toughest one. This is the toughest decision. I'll tell you the two I'm down to: DK Metcalf or Herman Moore. I will give the slight edge to Herman Moore. Let's compare the two. So stats wise, you're gonna see DK and you're gonna think he's better. I just think Herman Moore played better for me, but I could see the argument DK, third best wide receiver in the game. I'm not saying you're wrong. Now, is that to do with the fact that he's an inch taller? I don't know. I do have this theory that certain receivers just run routes differently. And it's not like a threshold thing. It's not a trait thing. It's just kind of probably their character model, because the other big difference between the two is DK's 235, Herman Moore's 210. But I also might just be wrong. Now we are going to have a fullback in this video. It's between Okoye and Mike Allstott. I really wasn't that high on Okoye. I don't feel like he played like his size. He's 6'1", 253, but I think Mike Allstott at 6'1", 248 played bigger, played stronger. Now I will go ahead and put Okoye as the best fullback because the stats are just screaming he's so much better, but I really didn't feel that in game. Let me know down below if you think I'm wrong on that. Now for the offensive line, this is very important. Left tackle. So for left tackle and offensive line, it's kind of like a mixture of AP value and also stats. The stats you want to look for offensive line: pass block power, pass block finesse, those counter finesse moves and power moves, and then just regular run block for the counter to block shit. So you're looking for someone with a really good balance of that and also a good arc as well. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Anthony Munoz. He's just overall the most balanced out of every single offensive lineman in the game. Now let's move on to left guard. Left guard, while I really like me some Bruce Matthews, I do got to go ahead and give it to Randall McDaniel. I mean, 90 pass block power, 92 pass block finesse, 93 run block is pretty insane at this point in the game. All right, now at center, this is going to be interesting. So Jay Hilgenberg has the better stats, but I'm gonna go Frank Ragnow. Reason being is, if we compare the two, like I said, Jay Hilgenberg has the better stats, and I don't want to say by far, it's like a couple of +2s. The biggest one is +4 run block, but I think Frank Ragnow is a better run blocker. Here's why: he's 6'5", 308 compared to Jay Hilgenberg's 6'3", 259. So I know he has more strength than Ragnow as well, but the weight I do feel like plays a major factor in offensive line play. So I'm going to go with Ragnow as my best center. Now we got right guard. I am going to go with Jari Evans. He does get 1 AP all day. You could potentially move Brandon Sheriff to left guard as well. He gets 1 AP all day as well. Jari Evans also gets 1 AP identifier. So just either way, I think Jari Evans is really valuable to have on your team. And he does beat Brandon Sheriff not only in like the size, like he's 3 pounds heavier, he also beats him in the stats as well. Now, while Forrest Gregg gets some really great abilities based on how good I think the cards are, like again, he's 6'4", 249. In a pass blocking scheme, he's perfectly fine, like 92 pass block power, 87 pass block finesse, 90 run block. But honestly, man, I would take Tom Compton over him. Just given the size. Like you're going to see right here, the stats favor Forrest Gregg. Look at the size difference, man. 6'6", 315 compared to 6'4", 249. I'd take Tom Compton over him any day. Tight end's pretty interesting. So we got Antonio Gates, we got Dave Casper. Like Antonio Gates gets what, 1 AP matchup nightmare. I still think Dave Casper, best tight end in the game. And if we compare him to Antonio Gates, like he literally just beats him in every single stat. Like he's more of a run blocker, he is faster, he has better short route running, he hits the short route running threshold. Now let's move on to defense right here. We're going to start off with free safety. I think the best free safety in the game is still Rod Woodson. He gets 1 AP deep route KO. That has like the best stats in the game for a free safety. He gets 90 man, 90 zone as well, and also 90 play rec. Like the only thing that can really get better on him if you play all Madden seasons is his speed. Now we're just going to go in order right here. We are going to go over right outside linebacker. Don't think is really close. I'm going to Demarcus Ware easy. Comparing him to Zadarius Smith, yes, Zadarius Smith beats him in like block shed, power moves, you know, but Demarcus Ware does have the edge in speed and finesse moves. I think the major thing for me is Demarcus Ware getting under pressure for 1 AP. It's just one of the best abilities in the game, and getting it for 1 AP I think is overpowered. I'm going to have Ray Nitschke right here. Ray Nitschke, 88 speed on him with 90 zone coverage and also pretty good play rec as well, 86 on him. It was between him and Derek Johnson. Now you could have Derek Johnson as a middle linebacker number 2, but who I'm gonna have as middle linebacker number 2 is someone that hasn't came out yet. He's probably out as you're watching this video, but play Ted Hendricks at middle linebacker. You could also play him as a pass rusher, but getting Lurker for 1 AP and being 6'7", I mean, I feel like he's a great user. He's fast, 87 speed. It's just like with Ted Hendricks, right? He has 89 finesse moves and also 87 power moves, 88 block shed. So he's not only a great pass rusher, he's great in pass coverage, and he's a great user. So I think he's somewhere on this list. I think his best position would be middle linebacker, or potentially like you could play him at left outside linebacker and then occasionally like drop him into a zone or rush him as a passer, take advantage of both of his strengths. But at left outside linebacker, I think it's T Sizzle. Unpredictable, 0 AP, really great value, 87 speed on him with 91 block shed, 91 power moves, 90 finesse moves. I mean, that's damn near end game stats. 90s across the board. At this point in the game, I was really only looking for 80s. Honestly, does he even really need an upgrade for the rest of the year? Like, I feel like the card's insane. And then strong safety, Nolan Cromwell. I kind of want to pick him bad, but at the same time, Bam Cam, man, I'm really between these two. Cam Chancellor's more like good like in the box. I'll give the edge to Cromwell because he's 2 inches. Let's compare the two. So he's 2 inches shorter. Cam again gonna be really better in the box, but Cromwell hitting 90 man with 90 zone and also 89 play rec, a little bit better than Cam Chancellor's, is what really is giving him the edge for me. Like if Cam hit 90 man coverage, he'd be over Cromwell for me. Yeah, I'm gonna slightly give it to Cromwell, but I think Cam is my number 2, and also like Troy P's goated, you know, Steve Atwater, Cordell Patterson in a zone scheme is also really good. Now let's get 3 cornerbacks on the field. At CB number 1, give me Night Train. I love me some Night Train Lane, man. One of my favorite cards in Madden every single year. He has 90 speed. He's 6'1" with 90 man, 90 zone, 88 press as well. Has that big hitter trait on, yes, that I love so much. Now at CB number 2, we're gonna scroll down a little bit. I'm gonna go with Chris McAllister. Chris McAllister gets some really great abilities. I believe he gets 1 AP medium route KO, so you can potentially run inside shade with medium route KO, the 2 best man abilities in the game with him. 88 speed on him. I just think he's absolutely phenomenal. And then then at CB3, for me, like, it's between Revis and Woodson. Champ Bailey also deserves to be in the mix as well. Here's the flaws with like each one of the cards. Revis, a little bit short. Woodson, terrible archetype for the meta. Zone arc, really not the move unless you're actually running zone coverage. Champ Bailey, I just think is worse stats wise than both of these guys. They all have their weaknesses. I'm going to give it to Charles Woodson though. Really, it's just an archetype thing with him, but stats wise, he's absolutely amazing. He actually plays really, really well as well. 6'1" height on him, 91 speed, 90 man coverage, 90 zone coverage, 88 press. I do like Revis hitting 90, 90, 90 for man, zone, and press, but I gotta give it to Woodson because that extra 2 inches of height, I do think that is really, really valuable. Now let's move on to the pass rushers. Right in, right here. Give me Nick Bosa. I think Nick Bosa is crazy good, man. He has 88 speed, 89 excel with 93 block shed, 87 power moves, 92 finesse moves. That is just crazy stats at this point in the game. Again, kind of like what I was saying with T Sizzle. Like, he could get up to 90 power moves and that would make him a little bit better, but for the most part, really, it's just a speed thing for his next card. Now I'm gonna have 2 defensive tackles right here. I feel like I need to have John Randall right here because he is like amazing. 79 speed on him with 90 block shed, 87 power moves, 91 finesse moves. Like, that is just crazy stats wise. And then a defensive tackle too. This is another close one. I'm between Jeffrey Simmons, Warren Sapp, Buckner. Also think Merlin Olsen should be in the mix as well. I'm going to give the edge to Jeffrey Simmons because of 1 AP inside stuff. I do think inside stuff is really, really valuable. The thing that people will comment sometimes though is inside stuff, all you need to do is double it. But if you double inside stuff, it actually makes the gap shoot super, super easy for your user. Even if they double team you, it still has its uses. The ability counter for inside stuff is secure protector, which is what, like 3 AP. I'm willing to live with a +2 AP advantage on defense, given that they have to use secure protector to counter this. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. I think inside stuff is super, super valuable. And then at left end, Michael Strahan, like easily 86 speed on him with 92 block shed, 90 power moves, 91 finesse moves. I should say Deacon Jones is also still really, really amazing, but Michael Strahan basically gets what Deacon Jones can get, but he's a little bit faster. He has better pass rush, and again, he gets the 1 AP under pressure. Honestly, running a defense of Strahan, Deacon, and DeMarcus Ware 3 1 AP under pressures is absolutely disgusting. And I will go ahead and end it off with kicker and punter because I know you guys out there really care about the special teams. Best punter in the game will be Michael Dixon. He has the highest kick power between him or Blake Gilkin. Then at kicker, of course, is Justin Tucker. But yeah, this is what I think is the best card at each position in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if I'm sleeping on anyone, if I missed anyone. If you did enjoy this video though, you want to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 23 Ultimate Team, make sure to go ahead, leave a like and subscribe. If you guys want to see me play with some of these cards live, check the links in the description. Make sure to hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, so I'd appreciate that. If you guys don't feel like going over to the Twitch right now, you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I rank the best wide receivers in Madden 23 Ultimate Team.